Kick Creator Incentive Program. It is a paid hourly program on Kick. Nobody knows the metrics. We don't know if it's more viewership oriented. We don't know if it's more unique chatters. We don't know if it's consistency of days. We don't know if there's a certain value metric that's like on the back end based on the growth of your, nobody knows. The reason why they don't want to share it is because if somebody found out, people would be able to take advantage of it. A thing about being a creator and a lot of these platforms throughout the years is people figure out a way. People will find out how to take advantage of a system. Creators over time will see like kind of green flags and red flags. It's how creators learn about algorithms. Will we see a point where they have to change it because somebody figures out a way to manipulate it and then give people the insights? I don't know. You hit the achievements, you go to apply, they tell you if you can get it or not. It's also been said that they do have a system to check viewbots, and people who viewbot will not be able to get in. I think once it's figured out, they will have to change it because it will be abused, kind of like Trovo. Oh shit, Trovo did the same thing. It says Trovo was figured out. It was watch time, then everyone viewbot. Trovo lost tons of money, but they ended up tweaking it like 4 more times. And now most have left the site because they don't want to work for it. Yeah, that's going to be a huge problem with the Kick Creator Incentive Program. Reality of the situation, let's talk about the thing that a lot of people like try to tiptoe. Kick is funded by a large online crypto gambling site. Unlike Trovo, I don't know if Trovo has like an unlimited money truck at the back end just backing up. I don't know how they get their funding. There's got to be something along the way to be able to do that. But like all these sites that don't have the eyes that something like YouTube has, they're all making investments and running at a loss right now. So whenever you see a site like, I mean, even TikTok was doing this at first. Instagram was doing this with the verticals. YouTube was doing it with shorts. A lot of that money through the hype of that content was all just money from the site. They're like, okay, the only way we can really leverage people being on here is by throwing money at the creators to get them to be on our platform over other things. So this is nothing new. So like this idea that right now, essentially what's going on with Kick is the people running Kick have enough money to say, let's just start fucking throwing money at these people for their hard work. And eventually it'll pay off because we'll develop a system with money coming in that will make everything flow. That's like the whole idea from it. Will it happen? Who knows? That's the point where everybody's like that. Everybody's just converted to be a gambler on Kick. I know a lot of people that don't gamble on Kick. I was gambling on stream before Kick. I got my first deal on YouTube. A lot of people don't want to talk about that. It's how it usually is nowadays. It's always like the big red flag, and that's what people want to articulate. At a certain point, Kick will have to probably change things about the Kick Creator Incentive Program, getting into it, how it actually works. So yeah, once you apply and you get in, this thing shows up on the back end. CIP, Creator Incentive Program. And after today's stream, I will see flat out how much money I make. And that could be dependent on views. It could be dependent on the people coming from other social media. It could be dependent on you guys. Everybody's spamming W's in the chat right now. But that's how it's structured to be said. And I think this is a cool portion. Being able to just like tune out every day. And like I can see, damn, I made that much today. That's gonna be a W. For anybody wondering how you get paid out here, it's automatic through Stripe. It's the same way that you receive your subs. So you get a sub on Kick. It's all processed through Stripe. The payment goes through there at the end of the month. On the day, you get paid. This leads to the other question, but is it good? Thankfully, people have been pretty transparent about it. Today, I'm gonna be transparent today on Twitter and in the video. You guys know me. I like the first week that I got subs on here, I showed the people the differences between, you know, what 1,000 subs looked like on Kick and what it looked like on something like YouTube and Twitch. So Majin looks like he averages 30 to 40 CCV, and out of 39 streams, he got paid $3,000. Now, it's good to point out that not everybody's gonna get that. That's the interesting thing about the Kick Creator Incentive Program. For example, I've seen a lot of people show what they're making off of 100 CCV, but I talked to Ben Jammins this week, and he's like making like $7, $8 an hour. I told Ben to actually reach out to Kick to see if something was broken. That sounds broken to me. Because Ben has a amazing community that shows up, very interactive. The only thing is Ben doesn't stream a lot. DGen Dom says, I make 12 on 200. That's something that doesn't sound right. This guy's averaging 30 to 40 and he's bringing in $13 to $15 an hour. You think they're getting boosted. Ben Jammins was one of the first people that was opted into this. Why wouldn't he get a boost? It doesn't add up. I don't think people are getting boosted. Because if there's anybody to boost, Ben would be getting a boost. Ben Jamins was one of the literal first to get into the program without anybody knowing. Tax is gonna be crazy. Well, I mean, as a creator, where you are at this point in your journey, you should be figuring out taxes anyways. Never use the idea of you make more money, so taxes are gonna be crazy as an excuse. Save 30% of your income, keep every fucking receipt for what you do, hire a CPA at the end of the year. Trust me, they're worth it, or pay them, you know, in increments monthly. The individual creators out there that want to take this serious, want to make more income, take things to the next level, but want to live below the radar and don't want to pay somebody to manage their shit, makes no sense to me. You cannot scale and grow in this fucking industry if you don't get a CPA and take your shit serious. It just is that simple. Andrew said on stream the other day, there's as many as 30 different metrics being measured, which is a wild number. It would make the most sense that it's a group of metrics that like everything kind of brings its value in different areas, and then it finds like an average. For full transparency, I streamed 39 times this month with, oh shit, it was right there, with 155 hours streamed. Most streams I got paid $13 to $15 an hour with 30 to 40 CTV. But then you look at the other end of the spectrum right here. So BB Jess, I mean, dude, she kills the viewers. Some nights I have 200 viewers chatting, others I have 900. But 20 people chatting. Say what you will about Kick. This creator program does pay better than any other I'm a part of. So like BB Jess, 16 streams, $1,300. And I think people will see like the comparison between, you know, like BB Jess and Majin and be like, well, how did Majin get 3K and BB just got 1,300? And they'll be like, oh, it's flawed. But this is for 34 hours. What does that come down to? $38 an hour. Yeah, $40 an hour-ish. It's still good to note if you actually ran like the hours too, in equivalent to the pay, but how much more viewership she gets, it wouldn't be a per ratio thing. You know, if she maintains a 200 CCV compared to his 40 CCV, you know, that's 5x the amount. I don't think she would be making 5x the pay if she streamed the same hours. So it's still interesting because it's still clearly a different hourly rate based off of how her streams did. Another one here, hey, it's rough. My 31 days included the following metric: 400 average CCV, over 12,000 unique chatters, 5,200 subs, 155 streamed hours, 48.21 in revenue, equating to $31 an hour. Damn. See what I'm saying? 400 CCV, and he brought in about $31 an hour. Because in that aspect, if it was all the same, Ruff is making less than on average than other people. This is why people are questioning it a lot and how it adds up. Well, yeah, they're going to, because nobody knows. Nobody knows how it works. So everybody, like, chat, let's be honest here. Let's not pretend that we live in fucking La La Land and that we're trying to figure this out because of, oh, we're just interested to see how it works. Because the second we figure it out, every person in the chat would be figuring out, how do I make more money? Lumi says, everyone talking about their Kick Creator Incentive Program as a smaller creator. About 60 to 70 average viewers lately. Some streams I don't make enough to buy a Big Mac meal with. So the best way to support creators is still by subbing and donos. You should always just be figuring out a way to make money, period. All of it. Just shut the fuck up and focus. Not telling her to shut the fuck up, by the way. I'm just talking about in general, shut your head off. Because what's gonna start happening is if you get into the Kick Creator Incentive Program and it doesn't start doing well, you're gonna resort back to trying to get everybody to just sub and dono because you're stressing about it. And that in itself might ruin your Kick Creator Incentive Program performance, whatever that metric may be. Chat, we look at this from a standpoint of like, maybe it's all bullshit. Just hear me the fuck out. What if Kick actually did find a way, take your aggression, put it to the side for just one fucking second? What if Kick really is developing the first of its kind system that genuinely does reward? You know, so it's the individuals that are coming in here saying, I don't get that money. I don't get that much hourly for my shit. What if you actually did find a metric that you're not doing that's comparable, but you don't know that metric? So now you're just mad about it right now. You just think automatically, well, I get more viewers, so this isn't fair. What if that person's streaming every day on a schedule, every single day? And what if that is a metric that we don't know? The fact that he shows up on time every day, streams the same amount of hours, and clocks out. Maybe, yeah, they get less viewers, but maybe they're a streamer like me. I get less viewers than a lot of my friends, but I get a lot of people that come and go throughout the session. You could compare all you want and be mad about the instant number that you see, but the reality is there may just be some things you are not doing that the metrics might actually reward. I think more creators should not look at comparing themselves to others and what they're making. And I think they should look at how do I optimize what I am making to make it more beneficial for me. But do you not think if Kick told people the factors that went into it, it would help ease people's minds about it? I mean, if Kick is able to track view bots, I'm sure they could track people who are juicing the system. I don't think Kick letting people know factors is an end all. I'd love to hear your high opinion on that. Tanzi, shout out. It is a double-edged sword. So I guess the bigger question would be is, do you feel that it's worth putting some people's mind at ease that honestly, most people won't even apply these things to actually work hard for anyways? Let's just be honest. Most people, especially in the Kick community, that are bitching about these things, the majority are not the individuals that are growing brands and wanting to actually apply these things. They're just people that are negative anyways, and they just want to bitch. So the people's minds that we need to put at ease, like, why do we need to fucking put your mind at ease? Grow your brand. Focus on you. I'm telling you right now. Like, I know this sounds so fucking cliche. If you invest into yourself, you will never lose. You show up, you work, you organize your shit, you figure your things out, you push yourself, you learn through your failures, you learn through other people, you communicate with your fellow creators around you to figure out what you could be doing to be better. You inspire every day to just be a little % better. You will get something as a result. That's where I revolve to this other side. Then I asked you, do you feel it's worth the potential of screwing it over for everyone on the idea of putting people's minds at ease that probably don't even care anyway? I'm not concerned about putting a lot of these people's minds at ease. I'm concerned about what do I need to do today to get my job done? How can I optimize my time to not make it stressful, to do as much as I fucking can, to show up, clock in, clock out, and enjoy a fat fucking cigar at the end of the day. I think that it is the mindset streamers should have every day. Tanzi, I agree. But I get it. I totally get it. And I get where you're thinking. It would just be nice if it was a metric that wasn't, that couldn't be taken advantage of, so they could just tell us. So then people are like, okay, I gotta work on this. But I think already, like reading the post, I think we're already seeing our answer. I think if you're not making as much as some other people, you should not be saying, my CCV is higher. How is this fair? And I think you should be more looking in, damn, what are they doing that I'm not? Are they streaming more hours? Are they streaming more consistently? Do they have like a tighter community? Are they more, cause you guys are so right. It doesn't add up. And that's gonna fluster people. It's gonna upset them. Like, think about that metric. We're focused on like the immediate metrics. Kick should have a way to be able to see how much traffic comes from other links, right? Like, they should be able to track that, like, oh, people came from Twitter, people came from Discord, right? I mean, YouTube does that. Is there a world that the more you link to other socials, almost like an affiliate, you get rewarded for that? I think what most creators should be doing from this is not saying, okay, look at the basic things that you do, CCV and how active your chat is, and say, oh, well, what the hell? We just compare, or the hours that you stream. And I think you should look down across the board. And I think you should fuck around and find out why. Chat, this is so fucking fresh. Why are people getting upset about it? You're so fresh. Don't get angry and just be mad. Try new things. Fuck, man, I'm gonna try doing this today. I'm gonna try doing that. I'm gonna try a week of just every day on time. I'm gonna try a week of linking it on Twitter and other shit. I will say that the fact that at the end of each month, I can take that money from the Kick Creator Incentive Program and pay at least one bill is massive for a smaller full-time creator. And I am blessed to be in this program. This allows me to invest. I think that's a W take right there, man. I think more creators should have that mentality. I think the issue that we're gonna see from this is creators are gonna start getting into this program and they think, oh, I can add to my life now versus maintaining the life they have. Living above their means versus utilizing that extra income to continue to live below their means. I myself as a creator have done this multiple times in my career. There's a vast majority of creators that they want to get into this program so they can make an extra $500 a month so they can fucking party more. Go buy more shoes and bring in an extra car payment. But then you have your other creators. For an example, this female creator with a couple kids, when she started getting this pay, the first thing she did was she invested into daycare. So that way she had more time to be home alone doing content. What do you think is gonna pay off for somebody in that comparison? And so like, you know, Lumi is saying here, I think a big W to look at this is, you know, some creators, they do kind of full send this, man. And maybe the Kick Creator Incentive Program right now takes away from your fucking internet bill this month. It takes half your mortgage or your rent payment or something this month. Yeah, sure, you're not gonna buy a fucking yacht with this shit, but it could fucking help. It's just good to point that out because I've seen so many people come in with this, none of this is life-changing debate. Shut the fuck up, dude. Nothing that I do across the board is life-changing. What's life-changing is that I do everything across the board. My largest partnership is Stake, but I gotta fucking spend half that, like creating the fucking content. If I relied on one specific thing, none of it is life-changing. What's life-changing is I have this, I have that, I have this, I have that, all across the board. And the issue with a lot of creators is for somebody like me, I'm willing to make a YouTube channel and I'm happy getting $50 a month off of it because it takes care of my fucking monthly audio subscriptions for my channels to get copyright-free music. That's how my mind works. I'm happy doing that. I'm fucking blessed to be able to have something, have content essentially just take care of the thing. Let's just be real. Most people don't actually want this. They just hate their fucking job so much that the idea of this sounds better than what they're currently doing. So woe is me, whack, give me fucking money. I don't want to put any extra effort in and start paying me more. That's most people's mentality. And lo and behold, wow, you're not actually worth what you thought you were worth. I wanted to talk about Lumi's because she was sharing that she's a smaller creator, but I think she has the right mindset in mind. I definitely wouldn't look at it as like, oh, if the Kick Creator said the program's not that good, still the best way to support it as a creator is by subbing and donating. I don't think you guys worry about that. I think as a creator, you need to worry about yourself. You need to worry about your content. You need to worry about bringing in the diversity of income that helps you be less stressful when you show up, because people will fuck with you more when you're your true, authentic self, creating shit around things that you're genuinely into. They'll support that 10 times over before they start supporting somebody that just is stressing all the time. Come on, guys, we need this. I need an extra sub for an extra bill this month, man. I can't make ends meet. People are gonna be sympathetic towards it for a certain amount of time, and then it gets old. And then you end up being a person that gets put in a viral tweet, yelling at people for a $5 sub. So I think Lumi has a great mindset of like, hey, dude, but the reality is at the end of the month, this can replace a bill. And that's huge. It's just huge relief off your back. Another example here is Panda Skills. Now, the thing about him, Panda is a great creator. This guy kills it. But he is somebody that he utilizes streaming around his schedule and doesn't convert his schedule around streaming. Day job, 9 to 5, 40 hours a week. This guy still works full time. A lot of people don't know this. 4 kids, married 15 years, stream schedule, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6 to 12. And he's very stern on that. After 10 streams, he's bringing in an extra $1,000 a month from that articulated time. He's got a 244 CCV. That's what I'm saying. So if you would actually break that down, I came up with quick math here. Chat totally didn't. So he's averaging $16 an hour. 10 streams, 6 hours a stream for 60 hours. Dude, he averages 244 CCV. So it clearly does not have to do just with CCV, because him and Ruff both show Ruff is getting 406 CCV. And again, if you break down the hourly pay, like some of these streams are not performing as much as the others. If there's anybody that I would give credit to on Kick needing to be something that people like look up to and how to do stuff, I think Lucci is like the best prime example. How to transition to Kick, how to grow on Kick. This guy fucking kills kills it. As someone who helped build the Kick Creator Incentive Program with tons of other creators, I want to be transparent here. This is my full month of Kick Creator Incentive earnings. I'm a streamer who averages 1,500 to 2,000 viewers any given day. I stream 4 to 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 20 to 30 hours a week on average. Very consistent schedule. I have an extremely active and high energy community chat that constantly shows up for me. Now his post is coming back from the point where people were saying that the Kick Creator Incentive Program isn't that life-changing. It's not going to be life-changing if you want to fucking get $1 million home from being into the Kick Creator Incentive Program. Of course, use your fucking head. $8,700. 23 streams. And if you take, let's just say 5 hours times 23, he had to stream like 115 hours ish. $75 an hour. Oh, wow, that's pretty crazy for somebody. I mean, yeah, rightfully so. He averages 1,500 to 2,000 per day. This guy kills it. I definitely hate this idea of like seeing some of these guys' metrics and they're like, what the fuck? That doesn't equal me. Yeah, you're not doing the things that they're doing. Yeah, everything that we're talking about today, we're completely neglecting the fact that subs exist. And that's like kind of the point, you know, talking about like Lumi's post, it's like a mix, guys. Getting an extra even $8 an hour mixed with subs that you get 95% of your income from, it's pretty goddamn good. Audio Freak coming in saying, I see Ruff and Lucci have both shared their Kick Creator Incentive amount for the first month of the program. Let me be the one to remind you how absolutely helpful it is when these guys and others choose to also host out other communities. What if it really is 30 metrics across the board? And those metrics include things like hosting, linking to other social media sites, being on a schedule. What if there's a metrics like consistency is key metric, to where it's like, damn, every day this person went live at 9 o'clock, the more consistent they were, boom, it bumps up another $1 in pay per hour. What if it really is all that? Yep, it's many things they're sliding a scale to. I made a graphic. Oh, actually, it might even be on here. Holy shit. I think this is like the best way that it could probably articulate, but I just think there's so many more metrics that we're not thinking of. And I think that people are looking at it as like, oh, if I get a lot of CCV, I should just get paid. As to where it's like, look at this graph. Think of 30 things down the line. And once those 30 things level up to a certain amount, it's like, boom, you hit 100%, you unlock 12, 15, 20 of each individual stream. I made this graph originally on the idea of you get paid a set hour. Because when we first were talking about the Kick Creator Incentive Program, that's what we thought it was gonna be. We thought you would your channel would be based around an hourly pay, not individual streams. That's where the big curveball has come in with this. And I think that's where a lot of people are like, wow, this is fucking weird. Like, we don't know how to articulate this, because every individual stream, you get broken into a threshold to make an hourly pay. But I think this is essentially what they've done with each stream. So I just finished my stream and I got my official pay. So I made $86 after a 3 hour and 43 minute stream. I think that just comes under like $25 an hour. Now, it's good to point out that over the last like hour and a half, I did switch over from what I was doing earlier. Good thing is you go to stream charts, you can actually go directly to the stream. So it looks like I averaged 130 viewers, peaked at 257. But yeah, again, maintained around 130. And I mean, it's good to note out, like, look at the dip off. Like, I was averaging like 80 or so viewers after that. But a good thing to like point out about this program too, like a thing that I do like about it compared to what I was previously doing, is like you can have a good portion of your stream do well. So you could be a creator that like really farms off of like just chatting interactions, and then you could still justify the moving over to play games. Essentially, like if you look at it here, it's like this idea that the real money was made in this portion of the stream. That's where the real value kicked in, when it really peaked up here. But during that duration, you know, I could have made, out of the $86, like 50 of that could have been made there, as to where the other 30 could have been made from doing the other things. I mean, 3 to 4 hours making that much. I mean, you could do a 4-hour stream a day, average 130 viewers, and make an extra 85-ish, whatever, dollars every single day. Because 3 to 4 hours really isn't that long. But it's also good to point out too that I could have probably stopped here, which I think I'm gonna test that tomorrow. I could have probably stopped right here at this point, left out on the good views, and per hourly, I would have probably made more. it's interesting to see how much that dipped off here. So overall, I think the Kick Creator Incentive Program is at least a step in the right direction. Is it perfect? No. Do I think a lot of creators are misunderstanding its value currently? Absolutely. I think we are a little spoiled already to the idea of like 95.5. I mean, Kick, like one of the benefits of being on here is just 95.5 in itself. If you don't see the value in that, I don't know what to tell you. So adding this on top of that is just fucking insane. Morally, do you want to support that? Do you not like what else is on there? I mean, that's to each their own. It is mind-numbing that we keep getting filled into this box of like degenerate IRL streamers, encouraging more people to do crazier shit. But individually, as a creator, using it as a tool, I benefit from Kick, and we don't live in that world of IRL degeneracy. So, I mean, to each their own at this point.